You have about 360 joints in your body. And if you get stuck in any position for too long, whether you're gardening for a long time or you're sitting or doing anything repetitively, you're gonna feel stiff and tight, right? When you get out, especially when you sleep, first thing when you wake up, you're gonna feel crunchy and tight and stiff. So today's class is going to open up your joints. We're gonna go through a bunch of Qigong movements that'll leave you feeling smooth and slick and putting some glide in your stride and leave you feeling a whole lot better. Hope you enjoy. Bring your wrists together, internally rotate, rolling the wrists around like you have gears and they're kind of rolling together around the wrists. So we're getting all your fingers open and close. Open and close. The wrists get a full circumduction, rotation. And your elbow is also getting quite a rotation too. You get a whole lot at once. And reverse. So you've got, I believe, 25, 26 bones in each hand. And all the bones to your wrists, your elbows, so lots of joints, maybe 60 joints moving all at once here. All right, shake it out, release. Now sink your hips down and then open. Roll your chest. Joint rotations in Qigong are meant to help lubricate and open all the motions that you'll do later in class, but also that you'll do later in the day, whatever you do. So you're warming up not just for class, warming up for life. Let's go backwards. And now don't forget to warm up your brain. One goes up, one goes down. We don't want a stiff brain, do we? We don't want to be out there thinking about something and pull a muscle in your brain. Let's go the other way. So stretch your brain every day too. All right, shake it out. Good. Take a big step, left leg forward, right leg back into a lunge. Rock your hips. And then bring your palms forward and you kind of curve. So you keep this curve here in the wrist, the elbow, and shoulder. 2 times left and 2 times right. And the top hand skims the hair at midline. The other hand goes next to the hip, but you keep that angle here. The extensors in the back of your hands get a nice stretch the whole time. We tend to be flexing our fingers and wrists all day long, so this is your rare chance to extend them. And of course, you can do this on the dance floor if you want, a nice little disco move if you're looking for some new moves. All right, shake it out, switch sides, and let's go the other way. You can kind of tell what people are into by seeing them on the dance floor, right? You can tell who's like the cowboy, they're doing like that, or who's like, working out a lot, they do that. So we're gonna give you some new moves here, some Qigong dance moves you can try out next wedding you go to. So pull those elbows back between the shoulder blades, and then center of the chest opens up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest. Open the cartilage there in the center of the heart. One of those joints, not a synovial joint, but it's holding your ribs together. Important to keep that healthy too. right, now hands to hips, head stays centered as you rotate your hips and waist all the way around the edges. Crackle, crackle. Get those lumbar, hip joints, SI joints, sacral iliac. SI joints are big shock absorbers between your sacrum and your ilium. Sacrum, just above the tailbone, those fused bones there, about the size of your hand, and then the ilium is the hip crest. So on each side there's a SI joint right there. This is a great one to help open that up. Let's go the other way. And so take your time, there's no rush. You want to actually kind of slow it down when you get to those sticky parts and just relax, let it open. Take your time. Good. All right, beautiful. Next one for the hips and for your balance. If you want to hang on to something, if you're wanting a little support, find your bow or your chair or something. Cross the midline with your knee and open your hip. And your core is helping you out here, recruiting the low belly a little as you lift your knee. Now, if you like to wobble around, just lift up your support and try it without. Switch directions when you're ready. And see if you can slow it down just a little bit over time. The sign of mastery is how slow you can do it. Let's switch other direction, rotate. Reverse. Okay, beautiful. Shake it out. Now for those very important knee joints, bring your hands down, give them a little massage just to kind of wake them up a bit. And if you haven't already, say good morning to your knees. You're looking fine today. How have you been? You know, the knees can hear you when you say, oh, I've got a bad knee. You know, think about how your knee feels to hear you say that to it. You're a good knee. Give it some encouragement. Give it a little squat here and circle. You're doing the best you can, knee. Just like anybody else, the knees thrive from appreciation and loving kindness. Even when they're struggling, even when they're hurting. Go the other direction. And if you're having a hard time standing and doing this, you can sit and do the hover, the knee hover, and you just circle them without any weight and work your way up to loading them perhaps later. Let's go in and out. And reverse. Even if you have arthritis, the last thing you want to do is move your knees, but it's actually the best thing for it, as long as you don't overdo it. But building more strength around the knee joint is time and time again shown to be the best thing for arthritis. Go ahead and shake it out. Otherwise, if you get weaker and weaker, it just rubs more. It's that muscle and ligament, tendon, soft tissue there that keeps the bones from grinding. So building strength without aggravating it, that's our trick, that's our challenge. To the ankles, step forward 1 foot, lift your heel and lean into it as you roll through. So about 27 joints in each foot, lots of little bones in there. They're incredible, complex. Switch directions, but with all those joints, every joint has the potential of getting stiff, stuck, tight. So the more joints you have, the more important it is to move those parts of your body every day. And your hands tend to get a lot of movement through normal activities, but your feet generally held in a straight jacket known as shoes. So flip the foot upside down, and this is the range of motion you really want to start to introduce if you haven't already, the upside down roll. And this is where barefoot shoes, these really flexible soles, can be nice because you get the traction, but still can bend them. And if you need a cushion here, put it on a pillow, that's okay. Backward. And if you're doing this and it's hurting, good news and bad news, it's gonna hurt for a little more, probably for a while. But if you can do this enough that it doesn't hurt anymore, your whole life will change. Your balance will change, and it is well worth it. Press and hold, take a deep breath. Feel the intensity of that sensation rising up your brain, remembering, oh yeah, there's a lot of bones and joints in there. It's not just a clump of ice. Shake your foot out. And now pause and feel the difference in your feet as you shift your weight around. Which foot is feeling better? Which foot is more responsive to changes in balance? All it took was a minute or so. Let's do the other foot. Step forward, lift the heel, lean in, and roll through the joints. Big toe to little toe. A little body weight will help stretch it around. Backward. And now flip it upside down, cushioning it as needed. Roll up to your feet. And reverse. Press and hold, take a deep breath. Maybe even send a smile to your ankles, another probably underappreciated part of your body. Your thanks and appreciation down to your feet. Give it a nice vigorous shake. The whole leg, shake it out. And then again, pause and feel all that energy tingling, all that traction back on your feet. It's like retreading your tires. If your feet go numb, it's like bald tires. It's very slippery. Feet together, now a full body stretch, rise up the middle, inhale, maybe even smiling at the top. Don't forget your jaw joints, a smile is a great way to stretch those, so big smile, reach up, and then ankle pumps, toes and heels. And feel all the energy flush through the body with the joints opened up. Your stretches will feel so much easier and more effective. All right, and lower the heels, twist to the left, deep breath. Twist to the right. And back to center, hands behind the head, elbows in and out. And that false joint of the shoulder blades sliding across your back. Not actually connecting bone to bone, but bone sliding over muscle. Feels like bones back there, probably crunching around. And step out and release. Now just stand, soft knees, hips sink, shoulders relax. Bounce up and down and shake, shake, shake your body. And just for a minute, slough off any residual tension. Any little stiff spots, just shake anything we missed. Breathe it out. You can even fold over, ragdoll your body a little bit. It's like imagine you have a tray full of sand and there's peaks and valleys. Same thing in your body. Some parts are too tight, some are too loose, some are hyper, some are exhausted. Vibration just balances everything out. The hyper parts calm, the tired parts energize, stiff parts relax, weak parts strengthen. It has a simultaneous balancing effect, paradoxically able to do opposite things to different parts of your body. So shake it all about and find your equilibrium. All right, slow it down. Close your eyes and again, just feel a vibration after striking a gong. Feel the tingling and the buzzing spread through your whole body.